Hey viewers, welcome to session 23 of linear equations. Today we will be continuing with the sums given in exercise 3.6. The other day we did up to subdivision 3 of question number 1 in the same exercise. I gave you the sum 5 divided by x minus 1 plus 1 divided by y minus 2 is equal to 2. 6 by x minus 1 minus y by y minus 2 is equal to 1. As homework, I gave you some clues also. Some of you must have solved it well and good, and some of you must be still thinking of the methods. Okay. Anyway, first we will discuss this before we move on to the next subdivisions. Okay. Now first have a close look at the equations. 1 by x minus 1 and here also 1 by x minus 1. And here 1 by y minus 2, there also 1 by y minus 2. Therefore, we can have a substitution as 1 by x minus 1 as some value, say p, and 1 by y minus 2 as some value as q. Therefore, we get a linear equation 5p plus q is equal to 2 as equation 1 and 6p minus 3q is equal to 1 as equation 2. So this is the first procedure. Okay, 5p plus q is equal to 2, that is 1, and then 6p minus 3q is equal to 1, question number or equation number 2. Okay, now by having a close look at this equation, so if you multiply the first equation by 3, what will happen? You will get 3q plus, here 3q minus. So while adding, both will get cancelled. Then the equation becomes very simple. The method becomes very simple for you to solve. So what I am doing, first equation I multiply by 3. I get 15p plus 3q is equal to 6. This is 3. Now 6p minus 3q is equal to 1. That is equation 2. Now we are going to add equation 3 and 2. You will get 21p is equal to 6 plus 1, 7. Therefore, p is equal to 7 by 21, namely 1 by 3. Are you understanding? So that value we have got for p. Okay. Now we have to proceed to find the value of q. So what I have decided, I am decided to substitute this value of p in equation 2 so that the 3 and 6 will get cancelled, so that our equation becomes very simple to solve for q. So if you substituting in equation, substituting in 2, we get 6 into, instead of p I must put 1 by 3 minus 3q is equal to 1. So we will get 2 minus 3q is equal to 1. So minus 3q is equal to 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So 3q is equal to 1, q is equal to 1 by 3. So what have we got? P and q both getting the value 1 by 3. Okay, now we have got the p value to be 1 by 3 and q value is also 1 by 3. Now what is p? P is equal to, that is 1 by x minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore, x minus 1 is equal to 3. Both the denominators must be equal. Therefore, x is equal to 3 plus 1, 4 is the solution for x. And for y, what is it? We have kept y minus 2 is equal to q. Therefore, 1 by y minus 2 is equal to q value is 1 by 3. Therefore, I get y minus 2 is equal to 3, y is equal to 5. Therefore, we get x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5 as the solution for this equation. How many of you have got it? If you have got it, yes. And if you have not got it, no problem. Still, we have so many sums to do. At that time, you can get. Now the next subdivision, 7x minus 2y by xy is equal to 5. 8x plus 7y by xy is equal to 15. Now in this sum what are we doing? So here we will get 7x by xy, that is we are going to take xy to the individual terms. Okay, only this is written as this way. Okay, so that is equal to 5. Now here x and x cancels. So what do you get? 7y minus, here y and y will get cancelled, minus 2 by x is equal to 5. Correct? In the same way, this equation is what? 8x by xy plus 7y by xy is equal to 15. This y and y will get cancelled. Here x and x will get cancelled. So we will get 8 by y plus 7 by x is equal to 15. This is another equation. Okay, now 7 by y, 2 by x. 8 by y, 7 by x. So what are we going to do? We are going to have the substitution as 1 by x is equal to some p and 1 by y is equal to some q. So if you do it, then the problem becomes very simple like the other subdivisions that we did. So this becomes what? 7q minus 2p is equal to 5. And in this equation becomes 8q plus 7p is equal to 15. Okay, now look at this. What way to solve is the next. You can use any one of the three methods that we have already discussed. So now I am going to solve by elimination method. Okay, so this we can mark it as equation 1 and equation 2. Put a small hyphen here. Okay. Now here if you say first let me remove q. In order to remove q, 7 and 2 the LCM is 14. So first equation I am going to multiply by 7 and second equation I am going to multiply by 2. So if you do so, the coefficients will match. Okay, so now the first equation by 7, if I multiply, I will get 49q minus 14p is equal to 35. This is equation 3. Correct? Now here second equation I am going to multiply by 2. So second equation multiply by 2 gives you 16q plus 14p is equal to 30. So this becomes equation 4. So we have got, now adding, what do you get? 14p and 14p will get cancelled. We have got here 65q is equal to 35 plus 30 gives you 65. Therefore, what is 65? Q gives you 65. So q is equal to 1. That has become very simple. Okay. Now we have to substitute this q value in any one of these equations. I have decided to substitute in equation 1. So if I do so, I will get 7q. Instead of 7q, I have to write 7 minus 2p is equal to 5. I will write like this. Correct? Now I want to get the value of this 2p. So 7 goes to the other side. So minus 2p is equal to 5 minus 7 is equal to minus 2. Therefore 2p is equal to 2. P is equal to 1. Have you got it? P is equal to 1 and Q is also equal to 1. Obviously 1 by x we have taken it as P. Therefore what is 1 by x is equal to 1. 1 by y is also 1. That means x is also equal to 1. Y is also equal to 1 is the solution. Therefore I can easily write 1 by x is equal to 1 implies x equal to 1. 1 by y is equal to 1 implies y is equal to 1. Therefore, I write the solutions of x and y as x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. This is the solution. Now, how do we know where solution is the right? Substitute 7 minus 2. X into y 1, 5. I am getting it. Similarly, 8 into 1, 8. Plus 7 is 15 divided by 1. That is also equal to 15. My solution is right. Are we ready? We will do the sixth subdivision. It has got two equations, 6x plus 3y is equal to 6xy, 2x plus 4y is equal to 5xy. Are you understanding? So how are we going to do it? So now here we have got xy, that is a variable, and there also xy, the variable, so that has to be removed. So whenever we solve linear equation, the RHS is completely a constant. But here it is not a constant value, that xy has to be removed. So how are we going to remove? So we have to divide all the three terms of this equation by xy. By doing so, this constant term will remain as 6 and there it will remain as 5. Okay, so that is the only clue here. Okay, what is the clue? The clue is the xy has to be removed from here. Simply we cannot divide one particular term and say that is removed. We have to divide all the three, otherwise the equation will not be balanced. So I am going to dividing a and b by xy. A and b meaning the numbers. Okay, so if you do so, you will get 6x by xy plus 3y by xy is equal to 6xy by xy. Here this completely gets cancelled, here y get cancelled, here x get cancelled. So we will get 6 by y plus 3 by x is equal to 6. Let us name this equation as 1. Okay, are you understanding? Is it clear to you? Now come to the b equation. So it is 2x plus 4y is equal to 5xy. Now we are dividing this by xy, this by xy, this also by xy. X and x cancels. So we will get 2 by y plus y cancels. So 4 by x is equal to 5. So this is equation 2. Now we are going to solve both the equations. See, if you have gone through all the 6 sums, each and every sum has got some uniqueness, isn't it? Now this sum is unique in this way, but finally it gets reduced to the form which we discussed earlier. So now what are we going to do? We are going to do 1 by x as p and 1 by y as q. So we'll get 6 p, 6q plus 3p is equal to 6. This is equation 3. And then the next one will be 2q plus 4p is equal to 5. That is equation 4. Now if you look at the numbers, I can cancel all the three terms by 2 for the first equation. But I am not going to do. I am just proceeding as it is. Why? This 2q and 6q can be balanced. So if you multiply the fourth equation just by 3, you will get 6q and here also 6q. So that can get cancelled easily. Then our solving becomes simple. Okay. So now fourth equation we are going to multiply by 3. So we will get here 6q plus 4 3s are 12p is equal to 15. That becomes the fifth equation. Now fifth and 3 we are going to solve. 6q plus 3p is equal to 6. Now we are going to solve. So this subtracting only, this will get cancelled. So I am going to change the sign here, change the sign here. So I will get 9p is equal to 9. Therefore, p is equal to 1. That is the solution. Correct? 9p is equal to 9 gives you p is equal to 1. Now, before we go for x and y, first let us finish p and q, then we go for x and y. Okay? Now, substitute the value of p in any one of these equations. What do you get? I am going to substitute in equation 3c. So, I have got the value for p is equal to 1. So, 6q plus 3p is 1. So I have got here 6. Therefore, I am getting 6q to be equal to 3 minus 6. 6 minus 3. Therefore, 6q is equal to 3. Therefore, q is equal to 3 by 6. That is 1 by 2. So this I have got. Are you understanding? So up to this, have you followed what I have done? I have divided all the sides by all the terms of both the equations by xy, and finally I got this solution. From here I have to go for x and y. So we are going to do that. Okay, p is equal to 1, q is equal to half. So what is p? 1 by x. 1 by x equal to 1 implies x is equal to 1. Right? Now what is q? Q is equal to 1 by y. Therefore, 1 by y is equal to, that is q, which is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, your y is equal to 2. So, therefore, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2 is the solution. Now, look at the subdivision 7 and 8. Here you have got 10 divided by x plus y, 2 divided by x minus y equal to 4, 15 divided by x plus y minus 5 divided by x minus y is equal to minus 2. Okay, now here what is the substitution? Can anyone tell me? Yes, please guess what could be the substitution for this sum? Yes, x plus y and x plus y same in both. Therefore, 1 divided by x plus y will be your p, and then 1 divided by x minus y will be your q. So that when we solve for p and q, we get one more set of linear equations in x and y. Sometimes it will be simple, sometimes little you have to make it simple. Okay, so that way you will get 2 more linear equations, and that again has to be solved. Okay, can you try as homework? Can you try as homework, or you want me to do? You try as homework? Very good. Now look at this sum. Here 3x plus y. So 3x minus y. 2 into 3x minus y. Okay. This sum, if you feel you can do it, you do it. Otherwise, we will discuss it in the next session. Okay. But this you can easily solve. This sum is very simple. You try. Okay. Till then, all the best. See you children in the next session.